always wanted to be an entrepreneur, but I didn't have such a big funding ever before. Like, invested close to 50 lakhs in this business so far. I've never thought that I'll have funding like that, right?
I'm dying. My phone has not stopped ringing. Like, it's fucking annoying. I'm not been able to get ready. Grey hair situation. I'm turning 30. I have to show you guys. I don't know what I'm gonna do when I have more than one.
Stress.
It is stress. Miss Momo has given me a fucking grey hair. I think since I'm wearing so much white, it scares me a little bit that something bad might happen to my husband. I'm also very religious, you know, you guys, so white is not a very good thing for Indian women when they're married. So to protect his life, such a superstition, I always take like a little sindoor so that God doesn't forget that I do have a husband. So totally being a different person that I actually am. This is just not what I love to wear. It's a launch day, so I will have to go to like a factory where there are going to be a lot of tailors, and I'm going to go do some sourcing, so you know I better be covered. I'm really tired and burned out. So yeah, I'm launching tonight. I don't even know what emotion to feel when I say that. It literally took me 34 years. Finally launched my clothing brand. So yeah, damn excited. We're doing it on 1st of October, but midnight today. So much to do before that. Finally shifting my factory. The real one is gonna take time. We're gonna sit on costing, make sure the prices are correct to go up on the website tomorrow. Then we go to the factory, make sure everything is ready for production. Post that, I'm gonna go to another market, and then I have Botox on my forehead. And then I come back and do some Dell work. And then, guys, it's a lot. So let me finish this and I'll tell you guys what more is left. But come, let's go start. Meena is shifting out of my studio. Meena is so pissed. She always takes my room. You know that portion that her bed was hers and her boyfriend, but I finally found her a new arrangement. Done. Let's sit on it. So we see what our costing is first. Sab mila ke. You can't have it too high, nor can you have it too low. Yeah, then I'll drop you all. Then I'll go with Suraj to do my Botox, and we'll do something. Thank you. Oh God, I also got new makeup. So excited. I got this Charlotte Tilbury's collagen oil.
This is the calm in the chaos.
This is the calm in the chaos.
Is that the right statement?
It is the right statement.
We should unbox this in traffic when we're waiting at the signal.
Really? But you don't come. I have to see this now. Factory clean ho gaya? Oh, they gave me a Diwali present. Freebies. I don't want all this. Sharan, I'm shifting things.
Tell me, madam.
So I got a face cream and this shit I was waiting for. This Charlotte Tilbury's new brush and collagen super fusion facial oil. I don't have the time for this, so we'll do all this later. For now, let's go. 1 p.m. I'm late for things. I fucking hate this, you know. Becoming now a hazard. कुछ लग गया ना किसी को कहीं पे काम करते हुए, I'll be fucking going to jail. They are cutting with knives, right? There's dust, sawdust, and now 3 more tailors are coming. Imagine the situation. 4 tailors इधर पे है, मेरा जगह खाली नहीं है, फैब्रिक नहीं है, मुझे उधर नहीं आप लोग जाने दे रहे, स्टूडियो रेडी नहीं है, इधर नहीं हो रहा है, ऊपर वो मुझे जाने नहीं दे रही है, मैं कहाँ जाऊँ? ठीक है, तो कल आप बाली शुरू कर देंगे स्टिचिंग. You know guys, I'm not even on a diet and I have lost so much weight because of all of this. When I was watching that movie, that sometimes it's so mean of us to just keep blaming like India is not safe. Like shit happens everywhere, bro. Problem is men, not the country.
What do you mean?
Imagine when I was in London, what happened to me?
Yeah, how you were getting hit on?
Yeah, I was not just hit on. I was eve-teased. There were boys coming to my face. I'm walking with Gotham and this guys came and split Gotham and I also have a problem with other countries portraying India in a bad way when their own country is so fucked up. Oh, hello, happy Diwali.
Is it Diwali? Oh, wow.
Baby, Durga Puja. So basically, you know, I have been looking for a temporary arrangement for my factory until I move into the one that my husband is building. So we did find a place. The lady whose place I was supposed to take, she said she was going to shift out in 10 days and she did not for 3 months. I was temporarily managing in another place and then she has come and occupied that place as well because she apparently wants to shift there. So I basically have no place. And that's irritating because there's so much dust and noise for the construction and interiors. So this is nothing against none of you, but I feel like if you're above 40, you just need to work on your commitments again. Like a date is a date, a time is a time. And those guys refuses to talk to a girl. There were these 2 old men who refused to talk to me because I'm a girl, and they wanted to talk only to like Gotham or to the owner. I have one answer for you. It's like a horse and I want to neigh. But you know, in school I was so fascinated with all the sounds that animals made. More than like making the sound, of course, like, you know, what does a horse do? Neigh. What does a duck do? What does a duck? Quack, quack. Trumpet. What was that song? Clothes on, or remove your clothes or something. It was right?
Every time I feel
The trumpets go like that was the song. That's the song in my mind right now. I hope that I'll be blowing trumpets when I launch today. Yeah, when I was just telling Gautam today morning how emotional I felt because I'm going to be reaching to so many women. Finally, goal is to reach to as many women as I can, learn about you, learn from you. Maybe you can learn something from me if I have anything. But you know, we are in this together, ladies.
12. Miss Momo has launched, bro. I have to go on my Instagram to tell people it has launched. Finally. I think the first thing is, you know, whenever I thought of the brand, I think the first thing was every woman, according to me, is sexy. Like, I say this to every girl you have seen it. Like, every friend of mine, I say, if you're a woman, you're beautiful. And most women did not know how to be at their best physically or how to present themselves, you know. Kind of clothes that we're making, it fits all. Everyone is going to look hot at it, regardless of whether you wear an XXS or a triple XL. You're going to look sexy whether you want it or not. And that is such an instant, like, mood lifter, and that's what, like, the brand wants to do. Like, even if it is for 30 minutes that you're wearing that garment, because I know what difference it makes. It has changed me as a person. I'm so deep-rooted with the feelings of, like, what I want to do for women. I think because it's so personal, that's why I feel it's so special. I don't know if it's so personal for so many people. I grew up in a very middle-class family. My mom and dad did not have too much money to buy me great clothes. Funny part is most of my clothes were like, my mom will buy fabric, my aunt will sew it, or do embroidery on it, and we will wear it. But I went to a bigger town, to bigger schools. Even in school, I got bullied a lot for not wearing the nicest clothes. I've shared this in my vlog before, and I keep saying this whole story, but there are more. I remember the very first time I traveled to a big city from Assam to Delhi. I was 15 years old. And I remember the kind of panic attack I had when I was packing because I did not know what to wear in a big city. And I did not want to look stupid, for sure, because when you're a teenager, you worry so much about your image. Like, you don't do it when you're a kid or when you're 30, you don't worry so much. But when you're growing up, because kids are so mean around, right? So no one judging. So I remember going to Delhi, and I remember going out. Of course, I had the balls. I still had some fashion sense, of course. I always was good at it, but I remember seeing other women. I remember wanting to be like them. I remember going to a salon. So I remember how important it is for somebody to just know what to wear so that they don't feel like that. They don't feel like, even though you're from a small town, you shouldn't feel like, shit, I don't know what to wear. I don't have the option. I don't have the access, you know. So if I can do that, and if I can prepare them like in any way, then that's where it comes from, because nobody prepared me, and I know what and all I have been through. The feeling is not good when you feel you're not good enough, or you don't have nice clothes, or you're not looking nice, and you sit in a mall and you see other girls and you're like, shit. Like, I remember like almost going back because I just knew I wasn't there, you know. And that was not a good feeling. And I don't want anybody to feel that way. You know, it's funny because I also have the corporate job, which kind of keeps me so true to my work, you know what I mean? So I woke up making sure that I finished what I had. You know, I always wanted to be an entrepreneur, but I didn't have such a big funding ever before. Like, I invested close to 50 lakhs in this business so far. I've never thought that I'll have funding like that, right? So for someone to never have such a big funding and to start such a big business, you are bound to mess up. So I got the wrong guys off Google to make my internet, which is a big mistake. I did not check their portfolio. So that 3 months went there and they launched and everything was bad. So I had to find the right guys, which I did the right way this time. And yeah, that took time. And I think the website took time because there were 15 women involved in this whole process, right? To get them together and to have everybody feel comfortable and post for your brand and own the brand and have them out there, get consent. So many things went on, oh my God, from the logo perspective to what's the audience you're trying to reach out. I think there's so many thought processes that went behind. I think I went to like nitty-gritties of it if I want to get to like packaging, labeling, how I wanted to make sure that it was made in India, or like, you know, small details like that. It took time, but we came back very strong. People management was the biggest task so far. Nothing else has been big because, see, in terms of sourcing fabrics or thinking of the designs, I think it comes so naturally that it doesn't hurt you at all. But people come with different dynamics. Sometimes it is difficult for me to also like hear things, but I have to like I cock up, like, let me just say that. Because you just can't lose it with people who you're working with. Like, that's been very difficult for me. And the fear of losing them, I think, has been my biggest thing. Like, I didn't know that I will be this afraid to lose. But people managing, I did not know that it came with so much attachment to the clothes and to the people, and yeah, so I'm afraid that I'll lose it.
People think if you have the money, you can do it, which is
Balls.
It's true, but money is one thing, but there's also so much that.
Of course. I think how you treat people is like so important, like, you know, and that sometimes takes a toll on you, like as a person. Because in the 7 months I've been working for Dell or being a model or being an influencer is so different than being an entrepreneur. Like, you have to really, really, really see through. You have to really, really, really kind of be so careful sensitive about everyone's emotions, you know. So I'm constantly at it, and that does take a toll. So yeah, the women in there just gives me goosebumps, yeah. Because the clothes are not very regular clothes that we're making. It's very international, it's very bold, it's very seductive, but in a way that you should be. You know what I mean? So a lot of people don't get it. So I hope that they get it. Because if they get it, then we're gonna be like so cool together. By they, I mean the women.
And the trumpets, they go. And they playing for you, girl. And the trumpets, they go.